I always thought I'd know when I was ready. Like one day, I'd wake up, sip my coffee, and just feel it. This is it. I'm ready to get married. But that feeling never came. Instead, what came was pressure. Everyone around me seemed to be moving. Proposals, wedding shoots, ring selfies, my person captions. Meanwhile, I was still asking myself, what does it even mean to be ready for marriage? Is it about age, stability, timing, or just finding the one? And more importantly, what if I'm not ready and I say yes anyway? This episode is for anyone who's ever felt unsure, overwhelmed, or quietly terrified about the idea of marriage, even if you want it someday. Today, we're going deep, because readiness isn't just about checking boxes. It's about emotional maturity, self-awareness, and knowing what kind of life you're about to build. In this video, you'll learn 7 real signs that you're ready that go beyond age or milestones, the psychology of marital readiness, a story from my cousin who rushed into marriage and what it taught me, plus how to spot the difference between pressure and personal readiness. Whether you're single, dating, or engaged, this will help you get honest with yourself before making one of the biggest decisions of your life. Let me tell you about my cousin, Zara. She got married at 27, not because she felt deeply ready, but because everything looked right. She had a stable job, her parents liked the guy, he was well settled, and they seemed compatible on paper. And for the first few months, everything seemed smooth. But by the time they hit their first major disagreement, about finances of all things cracked. Zara realized she'd never actually discussed money with him, or how they'd divide responsibilities, or how they'd handle conflict. She told me later, "I prepared for the wedding, but I didn't prepare for the marriage." And the truth? She didn't even really know herself outside of being someone's girlfriend or daughter. She hadn't asked, what kind of partner do I want to be? They're still together, but the first year was way harder than it needed to be. Why feeling ready isn't enough? Most of us think readiness is a feeling, but psychologists see it differently. According to Dr. Galena Rhodes, readiness for marriage is less about love and more about individual maturity and relational awareness. There's no perfect formula, but there are key signs. Let's break them down. 7 real signs that you're ready, that go beyond age or milestones. 1. You know who you are outside the relationship. This is number 1 for a reason. If you don't know who you are alone, you'll lose yourself in a relationship. Being ready for marriage means having a sense of self, personal goals and hobbies, boundaries and standards, and emotional regulation. You can't be half a person looking for another half. You need to be whole enough to walk beside someone, not beneath them. Ask yourself, if I took marriage out of the equation, do I still like the life I'm building? 2. You understand that love alone isn't enough. Love is a starting point, not the foundation. You're ready for marriage when you understand that conflict will happen. Romance will ebb and flow. There will be boring days. Real partnership is built on daily decisions, not just feelings. A relationship rooted in friendship, respect, shared values, and trust outlasts one built only on butterflies. 3. You're willing to have uncomfortable conversations. Marriage requires hard conversations. Kids, money, religion, boundaries with in-laws, past trauma, mental health. If you're avoiding these now, you're not ready. Emotional maturity means leaning into discomfort, not running from it. My brother and his fiancée had a 4-hour conversation just about whether they'd keep separate bank accounts. It wasn't romantic, but it was real. That's marriage. 4. You know what you want and what you can compromise. On marriage is about alignment, but no two people are 100% alike. Being ready means knowing what's a deal breaker, example, honesty, religion, lifestyle. What's a preference? Example, hobbies, routines, travel style. And what's flexible over time? If you expect someone to match you at everything, you'll always be disappointed. Maturity is knowing where you bend and where you stand firm. 5. You can handle conflict without shutting down or blowing up. It's not about never fighting. It's about how you fight. Do you listen when angry? Pause before reacting. Stay respectful during disagreements. According to John Gottman, couples who handle conflict with gentle starts, accountability, and repair attempts have much higher chances of long-term success. You don't need perfect communication, just conscious communication. 6. You're not just doing it because it's time. This one hurts a little. Because the pressure's real. Everyone's getting married, parents are hinting, society rewards settling down. But being tired of dating isn't a reason to marry. Being afraid of being alone isn't either. You're ready when you'd still choose this path even if no one else was watching. 7. You're choosing a person, not a fantasy. You're not marrying potential. You're marrying a real, flawed, growing human being. You're ready when you can see their habits, their triggers, their values, their reactions under stress, and still choose them, not blindly, but consciously. Because you're not expecting perfection, you're expecting growth. I'm not married, but I've spent years reflecting on this, watching my sister grow through her engagement, watching my cousin stumble, and watching friends walk into marriages for the wrong reasons. And what I've learned is this: marriage doesn't require certainty. It requires clarity about who you are, what you need, and what you're building. You don't have to know everything, but you have to know yourself. And if you're still figuring that out, that's okay. Marriage is not a finish line. It's a beginning, one you walk into with eyes open, heart grounded, and mind steady. What's one sign of personal readiness that you're still working on? Is it communication, boundaries, self-awareness? Let's talk in the comments. Being honest about what we're still building, that's maturity. In the next episode, Beyond Love, what qualities matter in a life partner? We're going to talk about what actually matters in a spouse beyond attraction, vibes, and surface-level compatibility. Because love is just the beginning. Choosing wisely is the key. See you in the next one.